What is up, guys? MJP back again for another episode of our Pokemon Shining Pearl Limitlocke. However, this is the post game, and today we're going to be rematching all of the gym leaders in the game. But first things first, as you can see, we have W's and L's in the bottom corner. And yeah, basically, I have allowed myself 3 extra Pokemon before we take on gym leaders, and this actually took a lot of prep because we went to the battle tower, we did all of the battle zone stuff as well, because I wanted items for specific Pokemon that we're going to get soon. So we've got Tuskera, the Walrein, not a fantastic nature, but not too bad either. We then get a Sableye, and these are all in different encounter areas that we haven't seen Pokemon in yet in the underground, because obviously National Codex opens up a lot more encounters for us. So we have Jewel, Sableye, who has the wide lens, which is also a really nice item to have potentially. And then finally we have this Meditite. Been seeing a lot of people using Medichams on their team, and I can understand why, because this thing has pure power, so straight away its attack is doubled, and we have an attack boosting nature, so we're going to get Medjor from Meditite evolved straight away into Medicham. As you can see, the 6 Pokemon, the 6 other Pokemon that we're going to be using are on the layout currently. So yeah, they're going to be changing as we go throughout the gyms. As you can see just then, they're going to change to the specific gym leader that we have, and essentially we're just going to go through these really quickly. So Rourke is first up. He has a T-Tar start off. I don't need with Medicham. I actually go for the Lucario with Aura Sphere. We get a crit. I don't think it would have mattered, seeing as it's quite effective. And we have decent items now. We have Choice Band on Medicham. Unfortunately, I think I choice spexed my Lucario into Aura Sphere, so we just carry on going. I did a misplay. I went for an Earth Power instead of a Scald with Jalushu. Sableye is utterly useless, doesn't have enough attack to even kill like low yellow health. Choice Band Medicham comes in with Drain Punch, and we just end up washing everything pretty much. Probopass did have a Focus Sash, so that took 2 Drain Punches. Redicant just gets washed straight away, giving us all our health back. Aerodactyl gets absolutely wiped out, which I was kind of surprised about, to be fair. And obviously Rourke is going to send in his ace, which is of course the Rampardos. These ball animations are never going to disappoint, but one Drain Punch is going to absolutely demolish that Rampardos. We are severely underleveled for a lot of these fights on average. We have a couple of Pokemon here and there that are sort of on par with their average levels, like Jade and Jalushu, and to a certain extent Medjor is also towards that sort of level as well. He's around like the Stukoro and Koro level. The jump off goes down to a choice banded Ice Punch. For some reason the Sunflower outspeeds me and takes me out with one Solar Beam, which I was kind of surprised about. It lives across poison on 1, hits us with a Solar Beam, then gets damaged from the sun and also the poison, which is interesting. Torterra comes in, we get some chip damage off with Sableye before it goes down, and then we bring in Stukoro, get Intimidate off, and take it out with an Aerial Ace, which I got instead of Brave Bird because I just think it's going to be better long term. The Balloon comes in, which is Poison Heal. It just subs loads of times, and eventually we can take it out. Then Aerial Ace, the Charm comes in. She uses a couple Pure Restores on it, but eventually we take it out with another Aerial Ace. And then of course Gardenia is going to send in Power Ace in Rage Raid, which just straight up kills me with a Sludge Bomb, which I was kind of surprised about. Then Koro comes in and gets a crit Air Slash after already taking one to the face. And yeah, that's a second gym that we managed to get as well. Maylene is one of the ones I'm more worried about because we don't really have anything to take hits. I think she has her own Pure Power Medicham as well. The Hitmontop comes up first. I think I choice specs Gardevoir here for Psychic, so the Hitmontop just goes down instantly. Gardevoir actually proves itself to be quite a good mon, but doesn't have nearly enough physical defense to take a Flare Blitz from an Infernape. Koro comes in and ends up taking out the Infernape with a couple Air Slashes with a bit of flinch chance as well. We have the Razor Fang on to increase the flinch chance. Air Slash completely takes out Heracross immediately before we get whacked with that Pure Power Choice Band Zen Headbutt. Starkoro then takes that Zen Headbutt somehow and manages to get rid of the Medicham. The Breloom comes in and it has Technician Mock Punch, so there's no way to be able to defeat that. The Breloom then goes for a Force Palm, which is fine until we get paralyzed fully, meaning that we pretty much lose the battle here because Medra goes down and all we have left is Jade and Jalushu. Jalushu gets washed by a Bullet Seed. Jade does actually manage to get some Earthquakes in, but it proves worthless, and we don't even manage to take the Breloom down with us, so that is our first loss in the rematches. But yeah, we move on to Crush Awake. We didn't actually bring Torterra with us to this fight because there were just way too many Ice-type moves. And pretty much the only Pokemon that it would be useful for is his lead Politoed. But yeah, I just didn't really see the need. Rain Boosted Surf kills us. I did not think Politoed was going to outspeed a Medicham, but it is what it is. We take a Surf, however, to go +1, and then we manage to Earth Power. We could have let it die to Perish Song, but I just didn't see the point. Ludicolo comes in and gets rid of my Crobat, but not before I can do some damage. It then subs up, which means Sableye goes down to another Hydro Pump. Lucario also goes down to a Hydro Pump, so we're not doing fantastically well. I then bring in Desiree, who's still choice specs, I believe. We managed to Moonblast away the Ludicolo and Kingdra. Ludicolo proving to be a difficult mon, as we well know. The Gyarados comes in, he dances up a lot, but we got a few Ice Beams on the Gyarados, which allows us to hit the Gyarados with choice specs Thunderbolt, beating it despite the Wakan Berry. Then Huntail comes in, Shell Smashes for us, and then he heals up, which means we can just get a free Thunderbolt on him. So we come down to a 1v1, and it's just pretty much whoever manages to take it out. I think we live on 1 from an Aqua Tail, which is super nice, and we managed to take out the Floatzel. So an unlikely victory. Gardevoir taking out his last 4 Pokemon pretty much. As we move into the second half of the Gym Leaders. Fantina, Jade is back on the team, as is Jewel. Jewel should prove some use. We actually knock off Drifblim to get rid of its Flame Orb so it doesn't get Flare Boost, which is a pretty good idea. But again, Jewel just doesn't have enough attack, and a Sucker Punch on Miss Magius doesn't even kill. Tuskira comes in, but can't quite kill because I think it had a light screen or something up. Yeah, something like that. Jade comes in there and manages to kill Miss Magius, and then the Frostlass as well. And then it also manages to kill the Bayonet, so Jade putting in a lot of work against Fantina. We do, however, get taken out by Shadow Sneaking Duskgnaw. Stakora comes in, blocks the Duskgnaw with a Citrus Berry before we take ourselves out from Confusion and Burn damage. Yeah, it's just a very annoying one, the Duskgnaw. Jalusha comes in though and manages to take it out with an Earth Power. And then she gets ready to send in her ace, which is actually a Gengar now. But yeah, one Earth Power proves to be enough to take out the Gengar, giving us our 4th win. 5, which is 80% at the moment, so you know, not too bad. We then make our way to Byron. The team pretty much the same still. Sableye coming out though. I think we changed. I think we put Staraptor in as well. Oh no, Staraptor was in for the defensive play. Medicham comes back in. Yeah, that's who it was. 2 choice banded Fire Punches managed to take out Skarmory, which went for the Stealth Rocks. We swapped to Lucario, Empoleon takes an Aura Sphere, and kills us with a Hydro Pump before Staraptor comes in and finishes off the Empoleon with a Close Combat. My screen is frozen. Oh yeah, we send in a Walrein against the Agron to take a Head Smash because I want to get an Intimidate off on the Agron. We actually managed to kill the Agron with some Close Combat, and with our last Close Combat we just hit the Magnezone before it takes us down with a Thunderbolt that Stakoro put in a really big shift against a gym which it probably shouldn't have done. So we then bring out Medicham again, get the Drain Punch off on the Magnezone to kill it, and then we Drain Punch Steelix, but the Steelix lives with its big defense, has Sheer Force, Life Orb, Earthquake, which just absolutely obliterates us. I think he heals up, and 2 Earthquakes later we kill it with Jade. He then brings in Bastiodon, which we Earthquake to Sturdy before he roars us into Jalushu. He then Earth Powers to take out the Bastiodon, getting us our 5th win. We then find ourselves at Candice after doing all these gym puzzles again. That's the only annoying part of the rematches. You have to do all of these. Why have I not got some? I haven't got a 5th Pokemon. 6. Oh, I do. So why? Okay, well I have to fix that. Choice Band Fire Punch is enough to take out the Abomasnow. Yeah, the Frostlass is faster than the Staraptor, which sucks. So he takes it out. For some reason, I go for a knockoff with the Sableye and not Sucker Punch. Shin withdraws the Frostlass. And I'm down to just Medicham and Gardevoir at this point. Our team has been absolutely destroyed. She then puts me to sleep, which is just so annoying because, yeah, I don't know how a Jinx is faster than a Medicham either. Medicham obviously just isn't that fast. Desiree comes in and manages to Choice Spec Moonblast the Jinx, Frostlass and Glaceon all down. The Mamoswine comes in and we do not take Earthquakes and Stone Edges very well, giving us our 2nd loss of the rematches. Then we come to Volkner, the final rematch. Should be pretty easy. So he has a Drizzle Telepod to start with, Choice Band Thunder Punch, absolutely walls that. And then we bring in Jilushu against his Raichu, which serves us for the +1, giving us pretty much a free boosted Earth Power. And yeah, Jilushu proceeds to take down the Raichu, a Luxray after taking a Play Rough. And then we also take down the Lantern with 1 Earth Power. Then the Jolteon comes in, we take that out with an Earth Power. And then I believe he just has his ace left, which is Electivire, which is way better than normal Diamond Power team. So yeah, the good thing about these is that, well, we take the Electivire out with another Earth Power, and that gives us our 6th win out of 8. So yeah, not too bad, 75% win rate. On Gym Leader rematches, they have their platinum teams, so they are a lot better. Probably won't see me take on the Elite Four for the 2nd and 3rd times for a while because of just levels. But yeah, until then, that was the Gym Leader rematches. Peace.